develop disease, and in non-smoke they develop disease. And then you analyze. Then if you follow up the period and then identify the disease, then it will be prospective cohort study. And after this retrospective or prospective, any way you do, then you are going to analyze the data. And how you will analyze the data? This odds ratio and the same that we have studied. So this is the cohort study design. You have to remember this one for maybe for writing the exam. Here I have written retrospective versus this difference you have to remember, for example. Leave this all here. This point you check for exam. This point. What is cohort? That already I have told you. This one. Then coming to this case control design. Let me explain with the diagram. It is better. I told you the case control is always retrospective. Case control is always retrospective. This is one important point you have to see, and you check this one also for the exam. In this case, what we are going to do, in the previous cohort study we found the population at the risk, but here we are not going to find the population at risk, just box. Here we will find how many maris, that is outcome present, yani disease मौजूद, and then we will find another group where control, no disease. So it is just opposite. You will select two groups, one group without disease, another group with disease. And then last time we checked the exposed group, unexposed group, and we found the disease. This time we are going to take the disease and no disease, and we will check exposure was there or not before. So now the case, they are the maris, and we will go for and past. You will ask, okay, were you smoking or not? So he will say, I was smoking. So you will check here in one category, exposure, this one. Then exposure, मौजूद. Then you will say, okay, you have the CVD disease. Did you smoke before or no? So you will say no. So you will no next. So you will find the exposure later on. So how always you will ask them, because you have the patient and you have healthy person. So exposure was मौजूद or not before. Of course you will ask about the past or no. Right or no? Are you getting?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, you will ask that. Did you smoke? Because you have CVD. Tell me you were smoking or no. So he will say yes, then it will be in the exposed. In the same control group you are healthy. They will ask, okay, exposure मौजूद or exposure mark. And then you will make the 2 by 2 table, A by B and C by D, that all. So here, identify the case, यानी मरीज. Then you will identify the control, which is healthy. And then you will go back and ask about their past, or they check their hospital record or any health survey report, and then finally you will compare and do the analysis. How analysis? You will make the table A by B, C by B, relative risk odds ratio, and then interpret your result. So there are these broadly case control studies, which is always a retrospective path. So this is on this to the cohort, and this you prepare to write in the exam. Just make this diagram and just this one. That's all. And this one, all the multiple choice question, the randomized control, this control, that control, prevalence study. This is, but this one writing. Okay. So that's all for your exam. Have you checked for your exam or not? Or should I again do that?
You mean for the final?
Yes. Check it now.
I'm checking with you.
Yes. Because this one you are.
It's fully, the term is going to be really the major concern to us.
Yeah. You see, this is nothing. Just this one, the cohort study, and this chart too, and this chart was. There will be many MCQs and writing of this anyone. Okay, this is done. Nothing here. Just for final exam I will making it. Okay. This conceptualization, nothing. I will just remove the questions from conceptualization. That's all. Leave it. Don't go for here. Is it easy for you to make the concept map of any study or no? Mind map, concept map, like any topic you may do brainstorming, solutions or no? Leave it.
I can do
So
it.
leave it. Okay, so this is all. So let me go for those lectures which are after midterm exam. There are so many questions here. There will be 1 marks for MCQ, not so that less number of questions, only 30 questions MCQ. So you have to be very careful with the MCQs. Otherwise, you will have no time. If I give you 45 questions, then there will be no time, only 2 hours exam. And writing and 60 marks. So this is the major issue. So coming to the transformation, here, lecture 6.
Okay.
I just revise so that in the final exam there will be no issue. Whatever you studied in the midterm, that will be the same, long, short, all there. Here now, it is going to add the ethical plagiarism. That's a long answer for the critical review. You have to prepare these ethical and these two. Okay, and then short maybe this cohort and this one I will make it from here something so that you will not lose much marks here. But you can see here this one, you for MCQs you already know quantitative data and qualitative, discontinued and discrete one. You check this one. There will be MCQ questions from here. Nominal and ordinal. That this is just revision before we did it. What is here to write? Data transformation. What is data transformation and how it is done? So tarif, definition, short notes, this one. And tariqa, bas. And there will be many MCQs. So this one slide is important. Here nothing. Just you read because it is the same thing over there. Then there is the question. Choose the non-parametric test. And if it is parametric, you will choose parametric. If non-parametric, then transform the data. Any method, log method, root method, this one you read. For MCQs all I said. This one now. There are 3 techniques that let's go to this one. Here, bring the data to normality. Why we do the transformation? This is important. And what is the definition of transformation? This you have to study completely, this slide in the transformation. Baki here nothing. Here guys, this graph you have to understand this one. There will be many questions. If you are going to stretch in this side, then it will be x square. If you are going to stretch in this side, then will be y square. Or if you are going to smooth in the x-axis or in the y-axis. If you smooth, then there are 2 options. 1 by x or 1 by y. Okay? Or log x or log y. When you smooth, suppress. But if you are stretch, there is only x square, y square. You got it?
Yeah.
So this one you will check my video, I have explained, and you must remember this one. So only 2 solutions. If you want to stretch, then you have to square the value, which is if you want to stretch, square the value, and if you want to smoosh or suppress, you have 2 options. Either 1 by y or 1 by x or log y or log x. So take reciprocal of the y or log x. There are 2 solutions for a smoosh. Reciprocal means 1 by y or 1 by x. So this one is important. Baki, any graph will be there, you have to answer. Solution to this problem. Like this is the problem, so you have to give the solutions to this problem. Okay, so just practice, and here is the summary. Here is the summary. So transformation we do is the linear, make non-linear to the linear. nothing here, just the same thing. And what is the benefit of another the transformation? The data becomes representable. So nothing else. Logarithmic transformation. When you use the logarithmic transformation, so that you have to remember. When the variance is larger than mean, then you use logarithmic transformation. When the variance is larger than mean, this is the example. That's all you remember. Here, how logarithmic transformation makes the data very linear and suitable. MCQs. A square root transformation, when you do a square root transformation, when the variance is almost equal to mean or zero, then we make a square root transformation. We choose. When we choose the arc sine transformation, when the observation is with the proportion, then you choose arc sine transformation. And arc sine transformation means a sine minus 1. Just this much you study for MCQs. That's all from here. When you transform the data, then you have to go back to transformation. Transform back the data into original form. Here, the data transformation 2 types, Box-Cox and Johnson transformation. The Box-Cox is easy. This is MCQs here. And this is complex. Bus. But the writing, I told you what is the data transformation before and why they choose the transformation. For writing the short notes actually, the first one. But in this will be many MCQs. Y square, x square 1. Here this one. So that's all for the data transformation. There was one more lecture. What was that? References. I told you I will give you one page and you have to make the reference manually. Cutting of the research. Research at this long transformation. New anything? This one. What about the coursework? Have you submitted? Coursework. When will you submit your coursework?
None of them submit.
No, none of them. Either you can collect and send me in one email all 4 because by tomorrow so that I can place it in the file. This week it has to be finalized and upload the mark. Come here guys, this is important lecture, many questions. What is dependent and independent variable? Writing short notes. Dependent, the cause-effect relationship. Dependent variable means that you would change, and then outcome variable means what is change. So you have to here check dependent variable and independent variable, the FARC and writing short notes, just 3-line short notes writing. Dependent versus independent. You can take, there are a lot of examples from anywhere you prepare. All the experiments here. Types of independent variable. Experimental independent variables and subject independent variable, like gender, and these are the subject independent variables. So you have to also check for MCQs, subject independent variable, gender independent. And one example was those. What is placebo? Placebo is a drug without therapeutic index. You have to dependent, independent in this one. Subject independent variable, it is here written that researcher cannot manipulate, like ethnicity, gender, researchers cannot manipulate. That's all. But here this much only. No need to write this. Types of machine learning. How many types of machine learning here? You have to remember the types of machine learning. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Only types for MCQs, all point. Here classification. Classification versus regression. Classification, this is also predicting, and this is regression also predicting. But here it is continuous quantity. Here it is continuous quantity. And here it is discrete or label, like spam or means 2 category. So that is important point. Here the graph will be the linear. Come to this point here. Linear regression, guys. Linear regression. You have to remember this linear regression is the method to predict, but the outcome variable will be continuous. You see that here? Continuous variable. And this equation you have to remember. And this is x, and this is y, and this is independent variable, this is dependent variable. E is the error. This is linear regression. Coming to the same equation here, linear regression. So linear regression, why we use? Establish the relationship between dependent and independent. This one. And this is the same formula, so nothing else. Nothing else. Here you have to write. So you have to writing difference between simple linear regression, multiple linear regression. When only one independent variable, simple linear regression. When that more than two, that is multiple linear regression. What is the main objective of linear regression? To draw the relationship between the variables and to forecast the observations. Yes, here you have to see this is the slope and this is the intercept from 0. So you remember what is the slope and what is the intercept. This one you understand from the video back. This is all from the same, so nothing here. This is all just practice, but the question will be the same. This equation you already know, the beta and beta 1, so that is fine. This is all. Here, alpha or beta, what is this? Which is regression coefficient. And if greater the regression coefficient, greater is the impact. Greater the regression coefficient, greater is the impact. Here nothing, guys. This is just a study. This one maybe I'll give you this figure, and you have to remember this is called intercept. I told you before. So only this figure you just believe in this one only, and this is the figure, and this is actually the odds ratio. This one is the odds ratio, beta, sorry, and this one is the beta when 0. So these two value you have to interpret in the exam. If this is done, then I will ask you how to interpret in the exam. So this time may not be I will write consumption, but I will say maybe this is the hemoglobin level of the value. So here, if hemoglobin will increase and their RBC count, how much it will. So with this data, you will write the equation. So how you will write the equation? You will write the equation like y is equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x plus e. Then what is y? Dependent variable. Dependent variable is, let's say, RBC count, and beta 0 is the beta 0 and beta 1, and then independent variable is iron consumption. So if I will increase the iron consumption, iron in the body, then how much the RBC count will increase. So this is, and then I will give you this result created by the R. So how you will see if something is here written, you will just check these two value. This 49 is actually beta 0. So you will write here RBC count is equal to this 49 is beta 0, and then 0.85 or whatever value here, which is your beta 1, and then x variable is iron, that people have taken iron. So first you will write this equation. This equation y equal to this. Then you will write the RBC count. Then you will write here beta 0, beta 1, and you can see the result, and you take, and you will add it here, and then you are going to answer the question. If I will ask if there is no iron taken, then what will be the value of RBC count? So if no iron taken means 0, so you will multiply the 0, then it will become 49.3. So you will say when this is the RBC count, which is when the iron is 0 intake, so only 49.5. But if I ask, if I increase 1 microgram of the iron, then how much RBC count will increase? So you will say it will increase by 0.85 times. So if the iron count is now 40, so the iron count will become 40 into 0.85. Understand or no?
Is the B1 multiplied by x?
Yes, P1, yeah. B1 is multiplied by x. So x is iron. So if x is the iron, then if you will increase 0.85 times iron, then RBC count will increase by 0.85 times. This is telling us that if you increase 1 unit in iron, then 0.85 times the RBC will increase. Are you getting?
Yeah.
You see here, this is X, beta 1 and X, independent variable. Independent variable. You remember in the equation?
Yes.
This is independent variable. You see here, this is X, independent. So after writing this equation, you will interpret. If you increase here iron 1 microgram or 1 gram, then 0.85 times the RBC count will increase. If it is plus, if it is minus, then it will be decreased,
Yeah.
So this is how you will interpret the result. So see here, it is interpretation is written. This I will write the equation. What is interpretation? You see, here I have written. In this 49 is when is the 49? Beta 0. When the income is 0. Income means when iron is 0, then this all will become 0, because 0 multiply, you will multiply the here 0, then a 0.85 will become 0. So only you will have 49. So if there is no iron, then 49 will be the RBC count. Okay? You got it?
Yeah.
Or no?
40. Okay.
No, wait. You see, this X is the how much iron you are giving. Okay? This is X. The researcher is giving iron. So this is the X, iron. And then this equation from the table, after calculation. And this Y is what? Y is number of RBC count. So if you take this iron 0, then what it will become? 0 into 0.85. 0 into 0.85, how much? 0 zarab 0.85. How much?
0, it's 0.
It's 0. So what is baki? 49.13.
Yeah.
So if the iron is 0, then this value is this one. Understand? Iron will be 0, then the whole thing will be 0, right? So what is this? The RBC count is equal to 49.13, because this portion has become 0. Did you get or no?
Yeah, and what about the less? So you mean it is the negative?
Negative, yeah, that is negative.
Okay.
Okay. That will come. But first you see here, if you have the 0 here, then if you multiply zarab income 0, yani iron content is 0 gram, then if you zarab, then whole will become 0, right?
Yes.
So what is baki? RBC count is 49.13. So actually this beta 0 means, you will write the beta 0 means when the X value is nothing. X value is nothing. Then the Y will be this value. Understand?
Yes.
But if there is some value of the X, then what will happen? So it means not 0, then it means if you increase, let's say 1 microgram, then how much it will increase? You can see. If it was 0, then it was 49. Let's say we take 1 microgram, then multiply by 1. So what it will become? 49.13 and plus 0.85. Because 1 into 0.85 is 1. 0.85. You got it?
Yes.
So it will increase by how much it will increase? Before it was 49, but if you increase 1, then it will be 0.85 increase in the RBC added. If it is 2 gram micro, then how much it will increase? 2 into 0.85 into the RBC count. Right or wrong? If it is 3 gram microgram, then what will be increased? For 0, this is the value. For 3 gram, 3 into 0.85. So what here we are writing? For 1 unit increase in iron, what will be the increase in the RBC count, which is beta 1 times. Beta 1 times. You got it?
Yes. Now I got it. And what about the plus A? The one at the end of the...
No, this plus is error. That sometimes a very minute error comes in the calculation. 0.1, 0.001. So that will be added when you will calculate. But mostly without error, this is the value. You know,
Yeah.
margin there. So what you have to identify, if there is no iron, yani zero, then only this will be the RBC count at zero value. But if 1 unit increase in iron, yani X, anything it could be X, right? X could be anything. Income, iron, anything independent. Then how? 0.85 times will be increase in the RBC count. 0.85 times. Let's say we give 100 unit iron, then by that formula 0.85 times 100 will be increase in RBC count. So 0.85 times 100 means yani 85% increase. Right or wrong?
Yes.
You got it?
But how,
Yes.
how it will the minus, the less?
Minus, if there will be the value is the beta value is the minus, then you will say it will decrease by. It will decrease by. Like in the 0.49, but if it is minus, if the value is minus, then what will happen? If let's say if the iron is 1, iron is 1, so and it is, let's say, minus. In the equation it comes minus. Okay, maslan here you see, here it is plus, right? You are saying that if this
Oh, right,
value
yes.
beta 1 will become minus 0.852, right? This is what you are saying?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So it should be mentioned in the.
Yeah, in the equation. In the
Okay,
equation.
no, I got it.
So when you add in the equation, then equation is plus and minus, it will become minus. It will become
Minus.
minus.
Okay.
So then what you will say, 1 unit increase in the X, which is iron, then your value will decrease by this much times because it will be subtracted, you know.
Okay.
The RBC count will decrease because this time it is minus, you know.
Yeah.
So increase by and decrease by depends upon here plus and minus. Because when you write equation, the minus and plus will multiply zarab, so it will become minus. So then you will say decrease by. But if it is plus in the equation, then you will say if you increase 1 unit iron, 1 gram, then this RBC count will increase multiplied by 0.85, right or wrong?
Okay.
So this is here written. So if I say 100 unit I increase in the iron, so what it will become? What will be the RBC count increase? So 100 unit you are going to increase. So it will be 0.85 is the beta one, and then you will multiply by 100. This is how I told you. For 1 unit, 0.85. So for 100 unit, 0.85 into 100, right?
Yeah.
For 1 unit, 0.85. So for 100 unit, 0.100. So if it's 0.85 into 100, it will become 85%. 85%. Clear or no?
Yeah, it's very clear now.
So
This is how it should be like I don't know, but is it considered to be short question?
yeah, short question. Long I told you the ethical and those that one, the cohort and case control like this, you know, and ethical and the research critical review. That is the long. Maybe some short, some long from here and there. This is also like a short. That's all. Here you have to write the difference between the logistic regression. Logistic regression, this is the equation you will remember, and this is the sigmoid curve in the logistic regression, and here is the difference. Binary logistic regression, when the two outcome multinomial, this you remember for the writing the difference. Then come to here, leave this all, come finally here, just don't go into it. Come finally here in the summary of, and this one you have to write a short note, difference. Here is the continuous, here is the categorical, here is the this one, here is the this one. So just difference between logistic regression and this one. This one you have to write. And also MCQs and right, so you have to read this bus. This chart. This odds ratio I have already done from there, so I will not say. The interpretation of odds ratio before, so nothing here. This one you can check. If the odds ratio question like in the midterm exam, this time we will not add the CVD. Maybe I will say here this, the same like before. Exposure, non-exposure, cancer, yes, no, and then you calculate and interpret. Like midterm, just I will change little the disease only, baki everything will be the same. So that's all. I think it's done.
On lecture 5, you told us that the analysis of categorical data,
Yes.
it will come like writing in the final.
No.
But
What
yeah.
is it? Okay, let me see what is there. I don't remember actually. Here it is just ordinal. This is the MCQs all. Okay.
Yeah.
Ordinal categorical data, nothing else here. MCQs. I don't think you're writing. This we have already done, right? In the
Yes.
midterm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like this. No writing in the categorical because it's heavy for you in the end. You know, these charts and this all. This one, you know.
Yeah.
Do you want here from here the hypothesis testing MCQs only you take? Proportion MCQs. But if I go in this, do you like this in the exam?
It will be if it's added to the ones that you just mentioned. It's going to be really a lot.
Yes, no, leave it. Just you read like before MCQs from here, all of this. Don't go into the depth, okay?
How many
Right.
questions we will get? So if it's 30 and 1 mark really.
You see, the problem is if I increase the number of MCQs, you will have less time because the exam is 2 hours and marks 60. So how can I do this? This is last time also the student faced the problem. So I'm thinking I can give you 30 questions, so it will take hardly half an hour, right? For 30
Okay.
questions. MCQ. It will be 30 marks and baki 30 marks the writing you take like for example 10 marks if I give you or 8 marks too long. So it will be 16. Baki how much? 14.
Yes.
Then 14 I can give you, let's say 5 marks, 3 short notes. Three short notes or 4 short notes, 4 short notes and 2 long. I will adjust. But the MCQ number, if you say I can give you 0.75, but the number will increase. Which one do you like? 0.75 with more number or how? You know what is the problem? Actually, you will have 30 marks long short, half, and then you have half marks MCQs. So if I increase the number of MCQs, you can ask 60 MCQs. I can add 0.5 marks each. But do you see how it is difficult?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 30 marks. It is better. MCQs. 0.111 each. Because you will save time to focus on. And then writing 30 marks, then let's say you can finish in 40 minutes your MCQ. Then you will have 1 hour, 20 minutes to write the short and long. But for this reason, I will say short and long, I have already told you, you prepare on your own sheet and you write and check how much time you are consuming. If you are preparing answer, long answer because ethical, plagiarism, ethics, all, then you can write 2 hours. So you prepare a short notes and you check the time. Maslan, you have, let's say 1 hour for writing, okay? So you have, let's say 2 long and you need 15 minutes for long. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes for this. So you practice at home how much you can write in 15 minutes. Only you make the notes for the critical review or ethical, the important points for 15 minutes. Don't make the notes for more than 15 minutes, because if you prepare the more notes, you keep on writing one question, another one will be left. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is how we used to do in India, because in India there will be 3-hour exam and in anything you have to keep on writing. So we knew many things. So we used to divide my time, like I have to answer 5 questions, so each question is 10 minutes only. So let's divide the notes and we prepare our own notes that could be covered only in 10 minutes. Otherwise in exam, maybe you are writing one question, another one will be left then.
Yeah.
So the right idea in such exam, like you already anyway know the question. So you have to just check, and for all ethical, make certain 1 page and 1.5 page that you can write in 15 minutes. So 2 long answer you will write in half an hour, and Baki you will have half an hour, or around 50 minutes. So 12 minutes or 9 minutes for one short answer. So you prepare for 9 minutes. How much you can write in 9 minutes? Then you will be able to do a nice. Otherwise, there is a problem. An MCQ, keep it 30, I think.
Okay.
But it's 1 mark, so there is a high chance if any mistake, it will be difficult, you know. Or this is my suggestion. This is my suggestion. And the problem is, whatever MCQ I will add, thinking that it is very easy for you, I don't know you will do the mistake in the same MCQ.
Yeah, we have to, if it's possibly the same MCQs, then we have to really make a revision.
Yes, there will be MCQs from the what we did in the midterm. I will try to keep very simple, but the problem is, I think it is simple. You know,
I agree with you. Because we are at the end of the program almost, so we are really trying so hard at least to do something.
So this is idea. If you can give me another idea, I will follow you till. But the exam is 60 marks, time 2 hours, so we have to arrange. That's why this I like to ask those cohort and case control, so that you will make chart and easily finish.
Doctor, would you like to discuss with our friend, like make it 40 long answer, or writing answer, and 20 marks for MCQ?
You see, this
Let's discuss together and we'll let you know by tomorrow, inshallah.
No. See, this is going to be fixed. The reason 50% will be long, short, and 50% MCQs. Now, what we can add, the 50% MCQs, I can give you 0.5 marks, 0.75 marks. This I can increase, decrease. But the 50% long and short will be lazim, and 50% MCQ lazim. This is the norms of the year.
Okay.
I think it's perfect so far. Because as long as we cannot really change the 60 marks, then we will just make it 30, then the other 50% is writing. It will really take a lot of time with us.
So that's why I say, you see, you prepare, divide the time and prepare according to that in the writing. Only problem is if you do any mistake in the MCQs, that will be difficulty, because even in your quiz and this midterm, I did not deduct any marks in the long answer, not at all. I given full, but your problem, all the marks that is down is because of MCQs. So in the final exam, if you do 4 or 5 MCQs, then 5 marks gone. You know.
We don't have any other option. Yeah.
Inshallah, we will study hard, inshallah.
Okay, so this is all done, 30 MCQs, and Baki this 2 long and Baki short, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's good.